In our news bulletin for tonight, the University of the South Pacific aims to strengthen partnerships with the education sector here in Niue. Statistics Niue have released figures for the first quarter of the year for travelling numbers showing a slight decrease. The Niue netball season gets off without a hitch despite a clash with the pending women's Kilikiki season. As Niue prepares to host the 78th USB Council meeting, officials from the university management body are using the opportunity to strengthen partnership within the education sector here on the island. USB Vice-Chancellor Rajesh Chandra and the new Vice President in charge of all the regional campuses, Dr. Paunga, have been in a series of discussions to clarify any issues regarding USB services and to identify areas that could be improved.
We are meeting with the principal of Niue High, with the director of education, as well as with the campus director, together with Dr. Masaso Paunga, who is the new vice president in charge of regional campuses and properties and facilities. We're giving a lot of focus on improvement at our regional campuses, so he'll play a very important role. This is also an occasion for him to be introduced to the government and to the campus director as well as to other stakeholders. So we are doing that. Here I am particularly keen at the campus to get an update on how our IT systems work. We have extended USB Net to Niue High, so I was keen to talk to the principal to see how that service is working, and indeed to see how we can improve. And we are having current discussions in terms of how the Niue High School and the university and the ministry can work even more closely together in a strong sense of partnership.
Niue's USB Centre opened in 1972 and was later relocated into the improved facility at Paliasi in 2000. Since then, many students have managed to study via distance learning to acquire academic qualifications. A short unveiling ceremony was held yesterday for the new Niue campus USB sign that is hoped to generate a new and refreshed image.
We have had if you call it the announcement of the university, which indicates to everybody that's our campus. That board had become quite dilapidated, if you want to call it. And so we have the new branding, new color, and the new, essentially the new style of how we want to brand our campuses. And since we are here for the council meeting, we had the opportunity to have the new one put on, so that's what we did. We hope that that is a sign of the changed way in which the university is operating now. The major focus of the strategic plan is to transform the university from being a good university to an excellent university, and that means that the appearance of our campuses, the services of our campuses, the educational outcomes of our students, they should all be significantly improved as we go forward.
However, the USB Council meeting is held twice a year, with the majority of the discussions revolving around the strategic plan.
The May meeting of Council is normally significantly about reporting. So we will be presenting the annual report of the university that gives an indication of the kinds of things the university did last year, and also identify the kinds of achievements that the university had. And we also will talk to the council about how we are implementing the strategic plan, because the strategic plan was begun to be implemented from last year. It is also an occasion when all the committees of the council make reports. So the audit committee will report on its work, the finance and investments committee will report on its work, the executive committee will report on its work. they will receive a major report from me as Vice Chancellor in terms of what the university has been doing since the last council in November. We had a quality audit done last December, so they will receive a report on the quality audit done by AQA. So the May Council is essentially about looking at reports, and there will be one or two proposals.
A majority of the delegates to the USB Council meeting arrived today, and the two-day meeting will start tomorrow. Statistics Niue has released figures for travelling statistics for the first quarter of the year that show a slight decrease in comparison to figures from last year. The total arrivals was 1,236 and the total departure numbers was 1,473, with a net migration of minus 237. In the arrivals, total visitors were 752, and of those visitors, 260 were Niuean and 492 non-Niueans. 13 indicated that they intended to become residents. The total returning residents was 484. For the departures, there were 1,473 people that left the island, 384 were departing residents, 5 people leaving permanently, and 1,089 total returning visitors. The average total tourist earnings for the first quarter was 748,000. According to the Statistics Division, since 2007, traveller numbers have always packed in the March quarter, but this year has seen a slight decrease of 7%, much lesser in the visiting Niueans. With the second weekly flight starting up today, there is an expectation that traveller numbers will increase. Last Saturday, youngsters opened the netball season for the year, with 7 teams taking to the court in the Niue Island Netball Association opening knockout tournament. The formal program started with a blessing by Mrs. Lisi Pomale, followed by a short speech from the Niue Island Netball Association President, Ngatu Tukutama. The honour of shooting the first ball into the hoop was given to Patroness Honourable Vainga Tukuitonga, who took 4 shots to get all in the ring to mark the opening and declare the netball season open for 2014. A slight change meant that this year's competition was left to the village primary teams that consisted of Tuapa Butterflies, Classics Pearls, Aliutu Sharks and Aliutu Roses, Tama Vayava Liku and Hakupu Stars. All teams played really well, but the finals in the losers pool was between Tama Vayava and the Tuapa Butterflies. Tama Vayava were the winners in that game. In the finals for the winners' pools, Aliutu Sharks played against Hakupu Stars, with the Aliutu Sharks coming out as the winner for the opening knockout tournament for 2014, where they won by only 1 point. The team for the competitions are as follows. There will be 6 primary school teams, the Classic Pearls, Aliutu Sharks and Aliutu Roses, Tambayava, Liku and Hakupu Stars 3. There will be 4 junior teams, that's Hakupu Stars 2, Classic Flames, Classic Mystics, and La Kepa, and 5 senior teams that will include Hakupu Stars 1, Tamavayava, Aliutu, Mutalo, and Classic Rebels. Draws for the season are set with games to be played on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays, and the association are also aware of the women's cricket that is on, but considering the netball season has always started in May, they have opted to go ahead with an expectation that the season will end in July. Nina's management have expressed their gratitude to all the parents, coaches and supporters for making the opening tournament an enjoyable and fun event and looking forward for a productive season. And that concludes our news bulletin for this evening.